Hey MyJetters, this is Niels. I'm here to take you through another interesting feature of our application. Today it's going to be the hamburger menu, which is your central point of access, as you can imagine, for all the features, all the functions that you need to use in MyJet. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. So we get into the MyJet app, tapping on the icon, and as usual we end up on our agenda, and we can then scroll up and down as you're by now familiar with. So as I mentioned, we're going to talk about the hamburger menu today, and the hamburger menu you can access in two main ways throughout the app. One is you slide the screen over to the right. That works pretty much everywhere. Or you press the hamburger menu symbol up here. Okay. Now, there are a couple of items which I won't be able to demo for you today, but very soon. So we're going to start with recent items, and that the search is not yet functional, but recent items, very useful feature, and that will tell you whatever you have accessed recently. I've looked at all these flights, and I can just tap here, and I go straight into the flight. Okay? So, and as you see now, the back button brings you back to recent items because that's where you came from. Alright, so recent button, recent items. So if you access the contact, I can try that. Go straight into directory. I can pick up that one. Okay, go out and go back into recent items, and there he is. Okay, so it will track where you have been and then allow you to return quickly to where you came from. Then we have, of course, our agenda. No need to go over that again. Below that, we've got airports. Now, airports will give you a lot of information. You have all your recents are shown here, so you can access those. Or you can simply type in, if you want to go to, I don't know, let's say Luton. There we go, London Luton, and that displays then the airport. The first thing in top left-hand corner is got a map situation, which gives you the location of the airport. You can, of course, zoom out, and you could also get into see, if there's any rain right now. And yes, it is raining. And we also have the looping facility for some of the weather layers. And there you go. It's coming out of the west. Big surprise. Okay, so the airport center or controller, if you will, gives you a lot of information, airport details, any restrictions you got there. It's a level 3 coordinated airport, and any airport contacts such as the ATIS, the manager, and so on. Okay, a lot more stuff. I'll dig into that in another video. Okay, next down we got create trip. We did that on the very first video, creating a trip. See, you have your suggested legs based on your recent activity, and then you pick your aircraft and off you go. Okay? Now, once you've created trips, you want to access them. This is a quick way to get into your list of all your trips. And by the way, you can filter again by aircraft. I just want to see trips by this aircraft here. There you go. And then when you tap it, you get into list of the legs, and from there you can go into the leg itself. This is in 24 and 25 days. And if you decide, well, that trip is off, then you can go in here and cancel the trip. It's already underway. Someone put in an actual time. There you go. Well, that's what happens in the test environment that we're working in. Okay, but you see, that's how you can manage your trips from here. Then the next one down, aircraft calendar. Now, this is another way of looking at the activity of your fleet. Right now we have 3 aircraft in here. You could have more, 5, 6, 10, and then it would slide horizontally. You can, of course, up and down if you want to zoom out a bit so it really gets, a general view. You can do that as well. I was looking for that flight on the June 23rd. There it is. And that is from Sion to Rotterdam. Okay, we can go in there in details if we want to. So this is a really good planning tool for your fleet. You can see exactly what's going on. And of course, the yellow area, let me just zoom out so I can get to that. That's today. Okay, and coming soon, we're going to have a red line across the screen that gives you the current time. That'll also help you situate yourself. Okay, now keep in mind these are UTC time values, and if you want to see the crew that fly a specific aircraft and what they're doing, you can do that one of two ways. You could go into the hamburger menu and you see there's crew calendar. There it is. Or you could tap on crew down here. Bang. Okay, and now we're looking at the crew of HP Klex. And there's more people involved here. This is how your fleet, your aircraft calendar would slide to the right and left if you had more than 3 or 4 aircraft. Okay, so you can see that. And we can see that there's 2 crew that are busy today on 2 flights, NSCH and VSA. And other than that, if you need to plan another flight, you can do that you have plenty of spare crew. Okay. And of course, if you want to see the summary information of the crew, you can have that there. That's the name and the routing. Now, if you want to see the details of the flight that you're trying to crew up, you can get to it that way, and you can actually go into the flight if you want to. Of course, if you zoom out a bit, you can see more information. You can see it's a private flight. It's going from LGAV to EFHK, and if you can't remember what that is, you go into the flight details itself, Athens to Helsinki. There you go. So quite easy to navigate around once you get used to it. Again, hamburger menu, crew calendar, and there we are. You can see that you can switch aircraft. Oops, sorry. Let me try that again. Okay, and you can switch to Klex. And now you'll see the crew that can fly on the Global Express. So again, you only see, well, let me put it this way. Each crew member is assigned 1 or more aircraft that can fly. So it structures your crew allocation, and you can be rest assured that if you try to schedule someone on a flight and it goes through, that means they have the prior setup in the system to be able to fly on that aircraft. So you're never going to, schedule someone that's not supposed to be that's not rated on a global. You got your PC-12 pilot flying a global. It's not going to happen. Okay, so let us go back to the hamburger menu. Directory. Now, directory is a listing of everything you have on your iPhone, plus everything that's within MyJet, and all your colleagues within MyJet, and then all of the companies within MyJet. So there's a lot of data in one place. So I'm going to go here now, and you'll see down at the bottom you got your contacts, you got favorites. I don't have any favorites yet. You got all the passengers. Oops, there you go. All the passengers that have flown on MyJet that you have access to. You have all your colleagues, okay, on MyJet, and then you have all the companies. Now, it's showing the recent. We don't want to show. There's about 50,000 companies that come along with the app. That's because you have all the handling companies, airport hotels or hotels in the vicinity of airports. You have fuelers, maintenance companies. It's a huge database that comes with the system built in. So you could, for example, search anything that's living in LSGG. Okay, so it shows you all of the companies. For example, Ruag or Nata Switzerland. That's a handling company, and their data. Or if you want to go to the hotel, Grand Hotel Kempinski downtown, you got that, and you can always call them right from here. Bang, call the hotel. Okay, so let's go back. Directory, we had companies, colleagues, passengers, your favorites, and contacts. Now, once you log into MyJet, it will display to you a copy of your iPhone contacts, and then when you select one to be a passenger, it'll be copied into MyJet with some additional fields, such as which company you want to associate it with, what their gender is if you don't have it yet, those sorts of things, so that it all works for Gendex and for weight and balance calculations, because you need to know the gender of your passenger to get accurate weight and balance. Okay, so let's get out of here. Directory, favorites, and then My Aircraft. I think you've seen that before. Pretty straightforward. A listing of the fleet, and it shows you what it's doing. It's en route, and then you can go into the aircraft, and as I think you've seen before, you can get all the information about it, including the equipment navigation that forms your flight plan item 10. Okay, so that's pretty much it right now for the hamburger menu. We have a few more things coming. We got My Profiles coming up soon, and we got other cool stuff that's going to be added to this menu. always there for you to access anywhere from the app, either by sliding or tapping on the menu symbol. And that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.